Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Pinckney Pirate family. And today is Friday, December 4th, and thank you for joining me for this weekly update. It's been a couple weeks since I had the opportunity to speak with you, given the holiday break, and I do hope that each and every one of you and your families had a nice, relaxing, and safe holiday break during the Thanksgiving time. And it's good to be back here. It's good to be back in school. It's an exciting time of year, obviously, during the holidays. Definitely a different spin this year. With what we're going through with COVID and the pandemic, but it's still fun nonetheless with our kids and here at school and at home and our PVA students during this time, because our students are still excited about the holidays, and they definitely help us adults feel that excitement and enjoy this time. And although we know it can be stressful and it's still a lot of work around for us to do, it's definitely one of the better times of the year. And so I've got a lot to go over. This is me probably a little more lengthy. But the information is important, and I do believe that being transparent and providing this information is beneficial for all of us as we continue to move forward during these most challenging times. And so thank you once again for just making a little bit of time for me to speak with our community and for our students and then to our parents and all those who are interested in staying in touch with Pinckney Community Schools. And so let's go ahead and start with just our usual COVID updates. Going back to last week, actually, we had one day of school, obviously just Monday. And we did have two confirmed cases at the beginning of the week last week. That was prior to Thanksgiving, and they were both at Country Elementary. We had a case in our preschool program and then in second grade. And once again, those transmissions occurred outside. Contact tracing, we're very confident of that. And obviously, with the break, that worked well in terms of quarantining and really their lack thereof. We did close our preschool program for Monday and was intending to do it Tuesday, but obviously that was already taken care of. But we felt really good about what we had in place there to respond to that. And moving forward to this week, we've had zero. And I'm really proud of that. I'll be honest with you, I'm a little bit surprised, especially after the Thanksgiving break. And we know that there may be some residual impact from our Thanksgiving break, but we've had zero confirmed cases this week in both our students and our staff. And we have a very minimal number of individuals who are quarantined as well. I'd say that number is well below 50. And so we've had a really good week. We continue to be committed and diligent in our safety protocols. I think our parents are doing a great job. And this is definitely a community effort, a team effort. And I can't say thank you enough. And obviously, we don't know what the future is going to hold. We hear about, things happening post Thanksgiving break. But I just know from those I'm in touch with, social media, I know I don't know really anybody who's traveled last week. And for those who I know personally, everybody kind of stayed home, had very small, intimate Thanksgiving celebrations with their immediate family. And that I think hopefully we're going to see the results of that in a positive way. So once again, thank you for all that you're doing, and really appreciate it. And our hope is that we just continue down this path. We've had a very successful journey since back in August. And I do know that back in August, there could be some mixed messages that some feel that the district is providing. Because at that time in August, we really were uncertain and honestly apprehensive and really what's this whole situation was going to look like. Never going through this before, relying on information. And obviously we had fears and anxieties and worries just like anybody else. And, we hear things from the media and the world around us. But where we're at now, December 4th, we've learned a lot. This journey has really shown us, the safety protocols when they're put in place, and we create kind of this hybrid bubble at school, because we really lock down the school. We control who comes in and who goes out. We control the safety protocols within the building during the school day, and everybody has responded tremendously. And so we've learned a lot. And although we know that the rates around us in Livingston County, unfortunately, continue to go up, and they're about 16% right now, and that's extremely high. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat that whatsoever. But and there are folks that feel like we should just be closing school down as a result of that. And I get that, and I understand that. And when you listen to the news, it's definitely very difficult not to get caught up in that. But at the same time, we're focusing on our data and what we're doing here and what we're seeing. And fortunately for us, we live and breathe this each and every day. We walk in the hallways, I'm in the classrooms in each and every building throughout each and every week. And I feel confident that our students are safe, our staff are safe. And once again, if that ever changes and we see that bleeding into the school, we're going to have to adapt and transition from that. But for right now, our numbers are still extremely low. Even throughout the county, the age groups we're working with from 5 to 18 are still extremely low. And that's the data we're looking at. The rates that we're seeing, and this is just from a meeting yesterday with the health department, the primary age group are really, unfortunately, our seniors, are 60, 65 years old. They're seeing our assisted living facilities, once again, really being impacted. And, so the health department, if they see a trend in outbreaks and things that are getting to the point where they're out of control, they're going to come in and they're going to recommend that we have to make some changes. And so that's our daily communication with them, at least our weekly communication. And we feel that the safety of everybody in the school, our students and staff, is priority number one, as it always is, whether you have a pandemic or not. Safety is number one, and we're never going to jeopardize that. And right now we are continuing to have a safe and controlled environment. And we also see the impact and the power of having our students with us. We're very proud that we have students and families who feel comfortable learning at home through our PBA. But at the same time, I see the impact of our students being in school. And it's amazing what our teachers are doing, and just the ability we have to work with them just to help support learning, the mental health aspects of that, and just being here in school. So I'm very proud to be part of a county with my counterparts here in Livingston County, to continue working extremely hard. And please trust me, this is hard work. You just talk to one of our teachers, and they're going to tell you how hard this has been. And it would be much easier for us just to switch to all virtual and all remote. I'll be honest with you, that doing it all just one way is extremely, it's easier. It's still hard work, but it's a little bit easier than providing the two different learning platforms that we are. But we feel strongly that having face-to-face option, as long as it's a safe environment, is something we need to continue to provide. So we're going to continue moving down that path. And once again, I don't make these decisions in isolation. I do rely on the experts, and those experts are medical professionals from the Livingston County Health Department, and also they're connected with the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services as well. So I appreciate the support. I understand people's apprehensive. I understand and can respect people's worry and fear. As a parent myself, I mean, don't think those things don't go through my mind when I'm watching the news and reading and thinking. But once again, I got to look at what we're doing here, what we have control over, and the environment we're providing here in Pinckney Community Schools. And the drivers behind our motivation with this are really just our continued diligence and our efforts to implement and sustain all our safety protocols that we've put in place. They've been extremely effective. I'm proud of everybody who's come together to make sure they happen each and every day, consistently throughout the day. And also, once again, just a controlled environment that we provide. And also just the parents. I really appreciate all the work that you're doing, screening your kids at home, keeping your kids at home when they're sick. You've done a great job. You've done an amazing job. We haven't had a lot of issues where we've had sick kids here at school. There's been a few here and there. Things pop up. We've handled them. But really, for the most part, we've had healthy kids here at school. And I'll go back to that formula. Healthy students plus healthy staff are going to create a successful learning environment. And if we can sustain that, that's exactly what we want to do. And once again, the driving data that we're looking at is really the population of students that we serve, which is age 5 through 18. And just not only here in our area, but throughout Livingston County, those numbers remain extremely low. They really haven't changed a whole lot. I'll be honest with you. They've gone up a little bit, but not the same rate that we're seeing the other populations that are driving this infection rate that you're seeing on the MyStartMap data dashboard. So that's what's driving us. And this has changed. I'll be honest, we've learned and we've shifted a lot from what we've known and what we felt in August to where we're at now. And that's just part of the process of going through this. And it's not holding to what we've said. We've never had a target said, X number is reached that we're going to make this decision. It's always been under the guidelines and recommendation of the Livingston County Health Department. And that has not changed. That has been consistent. And we rely on them. And they still are adamant that our schools are safe for our students, safe for our staffs, and really a great option for those families who feel like their students could benefit greatly from being face-to-face. So on that note, I just wanted to kind of put that out there because I've gotten some emails, obviously phone calls, and people are concerned and asking why are we continuing down this path? And those are great questions and legitimate concerns, no doubt about that. But I just wanted to kind of spend a little time talking about that. And as we move forward and look at next week, December 8th was the date that's targeted for the current mandate from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services with the current closure or remote learning for all our high schools to expire. And what we're hearing right now is that we won't know until early next week whether or not the state's going to extend that, which I think there's a strong likelihood that could happen, or they're going to hold tight to that date and then have start school December 9th back face to face. And I'll be honest with you, we don't feel comfortable waiting until Monday or Tuesday to find that out. There are a lot of moving pieces when you look at moving a high school from remote to fully open. We have to take in consideration our food service, our transportation, our special education services. We are providing those to individuals right now in specialized transportation that goes along with that. We've shifted our custodial work schedules, and even just for our teachers to plan. Big part of teaching and a large part of teaching is planning appropriately. And there's a different sense of planning when you're teaching remotely to when you're teaching face to face. And so what we've decided, and I know some of our counterparts in the county have already made this decision as well, is that regardless of what the state chooses to do to end the mandate on December 8th or to extend it, we're planning on going full remote at our high school throughout next week. That's Monday through Thursday. Obviously, Friday is already a remote day for us here, but we're just going to say we're going to remote regardless what happens. We can all plan appropriately, and we don't have to adjust on the fly. There's really no need for that. If they did end the mandate, we would come back just for 2 days of school. And so we said, you know what, for planning purposes, so we can just make sure we're ready. If we can come back face to face, and if we can, that'll be Monday, December 14th, and we'll plan, and that'll finish up the week before our holiday break. So just want to make sure everybody is aware of that. That's something we feel comfortable with. And we've worked as a team. I've talked to our neighbors here throughout the county, and it's just and even our own local state organizations has recommended that we do that as well. So we'll see what happens come Monday or Tuesday from the message that we get from the state level. But for Pinckney Community Schools, if you have a high school student, they're going to be remote Monday through Thursday. And then obviously we'll let you know, and I'm sure you'll hear in the news yourself, kind of what direction the state's going to go from here on out. So appreciate your support with that. Also, just kind of COVID related, I know a lot of us are hearing about the changes from the CDC in terms of quarantine times. There's been, information and messages talking about changing quarantine times from 7 days to 10 days, 14 days. And in our meeting yesterday, there's a lot that goes along with this when we were speaking with the health department, and they're trying to get some clear direction from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. And from what we know, we're going to continue for the time being just for 14 days. We're getting some clarification. We do feel that there'll be opportunities for people they have the quarantines end on 10 days, but there's some stipulations and parameters that go along with that. And those will be directed by the health department as well. So as we learn more and we have to work through these processes, we definitely will keep people informed and those who are involved along those lines. So right now, we're just staying put with 14 days until we feel comfortable and we really understand what the parameters are. Once again, fortunately, right now, we've had 0 cases as of this morning, the 4th of December. And so, as more cases and issues come along with those who need to be quarantined, we'll work through those. And we really don't see the 7 days being a realistic and safe option. But I think that the 10 days is definitely something that will help those students get back to school or staff back to work. That definitely helps our situation with staff who have to be out for a period of time. And looking at that, lastly is last Tuesday, we all know that we had to unfortunately suspend face-to-face learning for the day just because of a serious situation that just eliminated our ability to have any kind of internet technology available at school. And for those of you who work here, you know that everything we do, from printing to accessing our files on Google, anything we do is tied into technology. And with over 60% of our students learning face-to-face right now, there's just no way that we could effectively provide any type of instruction to our students. So we unfortunately had to suspend learning for that day. And I appreciate the support and understanding of that as well. But I did get some feedback from parents who said, they didn't get a text message or maybe a robocall. Obviously, in instances, we do try to send emails. I couldn't send an email that day. We do post things on our social media feeds, WHMI as well. But I just wanted to show you really quick an opportunity to get some information if you're not getting text messages or a phone call. Just really quick, and I'm going to lean over here to share my screen. And let's see real quick. So I'm going to pop that up, and I need to, excuse me, a quick, we'll go to, all right. So what I have here is actually our webpage. And if you're going to see, first off, we've had an update to our webpage. It's not a new webpage. It's just more updated, organized a little bit different. And we're running into some kind of kinks in this, and some of the data didn't transfer, and we're working through that. But what I wanted to show you really quick is for parents, and you look at the toolbar up here, you'll see this, how do I, and as soon as you hover over that, you're going to see this come up. And when you see this, you see some prompts in there, and this is a kind of a fluid list that's growing, but you'll see how do I set my MyStar to send me text messages. So because you have to set your phone number to receive text messages, and there's a process in here that you can take a look at, and it's very step-by-step and very easy. So please make sure that you do that. That's really key. So if you're not getting text messages, that would be great. Also, if you need to update your phone numbers, some folks said they didn't get phone calls. You have to make sure that your phone numbers are up to date. Obviously in MyStar, you can just click here, and then you're gonna see options to take into MyStar, and then you need to make sure that your information is updated as well. So those are really the two key aspects that we need everybody to do. Make sure that you identify what number you want to have text messages sent to, and also that you have the correct information on there as well. So also at this time, I wanted to provide an opportunity to remind folks that we do offer lunch and breakfast. Our school provided lunch and breakfast. We've been doing this to all our PVA families who could benefit from this throughout the year, but also now with the high school being remote, we're offering opportunities to anybody in the district, and obviously and Fridays as well. So I just wanted to show really quick, if you're interested in picking up food from PCS, is that you do have to pre-register, just so that we know how much to prepare for. And to get to that, if you just go to our district and under departments here, and then food service, I click that right there. And then you're going to see an option here for virtual learners and families and face-to-face. So if you're already PBA, you're just going to, pre-order form. If you're a face-to-face learner, that you're going to do pre-order. And that's for folks who can get food for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The kids are here during Monday through Thursday, and they already take advantage of the breakfast and lunch, but also you have the opportunity to get food for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You can pre-register. If you're a high school student right now in your home, you can go make sure to do this, because that's for a full week of food for you. So please make sure that you take advantage of that. So just wanted to put that out there as well. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to give me a call, or call Sue Milliken, who's our Earmark food service director. So speaking of food, you may not realize where I'm at right now. This is the Farley Hill Food Pantry that we're so proud to be able to offer our community. And I just want to say, just kudos to this district and those who are involved. There's many hands in this since March who just continue to serve our community, to help those who are less fortunate, who can benefit from food, and obviously just to support their family and their kids. And from our Earmark, who continues to provide food to our students and families during this trying time, our mobile food pantry that we offer bi-weekly on Wednesdays at our PCS bus garage, and just we have one coming up Wednesday, just FYI, and also just our Farley Hill food pantry. So these efforts continue. There are so many heroes behind the scenes who are making this happen, and just to help serve our community. And I also just want to put kudos out to Wellbridge, Cindy Franklin, who's the director of Wellbridge, our partner in here in Pinckney, who just donated 40 turkeys for our holiday baskets that we do provide prior to Christmas and the holidays here in December, that they donated to us. And so just so thankful that we have so many people who are willing to help out and make donations to help to serve and provide. Our local Rotary group that I'm part of as well, helping with the donations, and just helping load food into vehicles throughout this entire process. So great community, just a great servanthood attitude that we have, and to make sure that we're taking care of one another. And that's really the Pirate way. That's who we are, and that's what makes being part of this community very special. So before I go and wrap this up, just one more plug, and I am going to share my screen one more time. So apologize about this. I'm reaching over here. So I have the honor of being part of the Livingston County United Way. I'm actually a co-chair of the campaign committee, and so this Monday, which is December 7th, is a big day for our United Way campaign drive. And unfortunately, as you may be aware, I mean, our campaign drive has suffered just because we haven't been able to get out into businesses and schools as much as we usually do. But United Way is a great organization that supports many of the organizations that help serve and provide resources for our families, not only here in Pinckney and Hamburg, but throughout the entire Livingston County area. And Monday is probably our biggest day to help create the funds we need to support all these efforts. It's called Matching Money Monday. And what this does is any donations that is made is then matched by many of our corporate donors who participate in this effort in our area. And so it's a great way to stretch our dollars. And if you are able to, you can go to Livingston United Way website that I have here in front of you. And there's a make a donation button right on top. If you're in an area and you want to drive by the office, I'm actually going to be there 8 o'clock on Monday morning to help collect donations from 8 to 10. Please stop by. And the office is on Door Road. It's 2980 Door Road. Is right across from the let's see, the Genoa offices right there, township offices. And so feel free to stop by throughout the day from 8 o'clock till 4 o'clock and make a donation there as well. So Pinckney Community Schools has always been great partners and contributors to United Way. Very proud of our efforts with that. So please feel free to make a donation. Once again, any donation you make is going to be matched by a corporate donor. And so it's really going to help support those who need to rely on this through this most difficult time. So just want to put a plug in that and wrap things up. So thank you once again. I know this was a lot of information, lengthy message this week, but it's important that we stay in touch. And please, if you have any questions, concerns about anything, as always, you are always great in contacting me, reaching out to me, and I'll respond to you as soon as I'm able. So have a great week. We're looking forward to another good week of school next week. We're going to keep everybody safe and healthy and continue supporting our students here at school, our students at home, and we'll keep you up to date with any new information that comes our way. So have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves, and let's go Pirates.